This is the University of East Anglia. Located in Norwich, UEA is known for its creative writing and climate change awareness. It was ranked as the 18th best university in the United Kingdom for 2012, and in 2010 it had a 90% satisfaction rating from its own students. Recent legislation has allowed English universities to begin charging up to £9,000 tuition for 1 year of post-secondary education. UEA is the university that has chosen to do so. It is our wish today to investigate the effects of this increase in tuition upon students, bearing in mind that tuition fees will soon be 3 times more expensive than they are now. We hope to find out how students themselves believe that they will be affected and what they believe their options are.
I just think a lot of students probably aren't going to go to uni because their families won't be able to afford it.
I think it's going to scare a lot of people when it comes to considering whether they're going to go to university in the first place.
I know personally my little sister will be affected by them, which means that she might not choose to go to university.
Would you have been able to afford the rising cost of tuition?
Me personally, no.
I really don't think so.
This then poses the question, how will English universities continue to attract students? Given that youth unemployment in this country is in excess of 1 million people, and that overall national unemployment is at a 17-year high of 2.62 million people, the future of Great Britain's labour force seems uncertain. If education is cheaper abroad, will English university students pursue it? And if there are no jobs waiting for them upon their return, why would they come back? I spoke to Edward Acton, Vice Chancellor of UEA, to see what he had to say. Vice Chancellor, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Why have you decided to have the sudden increase in tuition fees?
Well, the government has drastically reduced the grant we used to get for teaching and tapering it away for most subjects.
What is it that attracts overseas students to English universities?
Internationally, British universities are highly attractive. We have a very disproportionate share of world student movement, partly because the universities are so good, and they're hugely magnetic to overseas students.
But many of the students I've spoken to, current students that is, said that they probably couldn't afford the money that they have now, even with scholarships and whatnot.
One hopes, though, that people will reflect and the sort of reporting and public discussion about it will calm people's nerves about the debt. It's a very specialized kind of debt. If you earn nothing, you pay nothing back. You only pay when you earn 21,000 a year, or the equivalent as inflation increases the figure, and when and while you're earning that.
Positive words from the Vice Chancellor. Maybe there is reason not to be so discouraged. But the economic figures paint a different picture, and only time will tell whether English universities can rise to meet the challenge. Nathaniel Dove, Norwich.